for the visitors here, the Cowboys. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. The 4 touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers for Sanders last week, 22 carries, 84 yards.
In a perfect world, they'd run the ball the same way they did last week, but against the #1 rush defense in the league, they're going to have to find a different way to move the ball. Maybe they start throwing it early and come back to the run.
They run with Sanders off the option.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Neville Gallimore has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll look to throw. Reagor catches it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That was a good effort there trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the this up to start a game, that has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And able to get this out to the 25. Time for Dak Prescott and the Dallas offense to go to work. Prescott, of course, the former 4th-round pick in 2016 out of Mississippi State.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 15 carries, 107 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A give to Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Second and 4. Draw play, Elliott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Three nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. There he goes. There's a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Now back to the ground with Elliott. Powerful running. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Prescott now. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10. To throw is Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. On third down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and score. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Under pressure, they got him again. Osa Odighizuwa. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. That play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the Giants who pick up the victory at home. Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards on the afternoon thus far with a touchdown run as well. From there, we head to the Big Easy to check on the Saints at home in the Superdome. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. Nick Chubb with 2 touchdowns thus far. Lastly, let's check in on our nation's capital to see what's happening with the Washington football team at home at FedEx Field. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. Deebo Samuel, a touchdown catch in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Gott and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This is Tony Pollard. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out comes Michael Gallup and company as they take the field. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. This is Elliott. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here's Prescott. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. This to Jarwin. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Prescott to throw it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jarwin, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That escapes the sand. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Osa Odighizuwa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll set up to throw. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. And a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll set up a throw. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now back to throw. Complete. Smith has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. Shedding the tackler. It gives him some room.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
7 yards to pick up there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 3. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Prescott from the gun. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Elliott running right through him. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Cowboys, the win will be their 12th now on the campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's a special Christmas night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans taking on Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Being located in the Music City, this building has hosted a lot of great music acts since its inception, but this is what she was made for, NFL football, and that's what we have today in Nashville at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
See right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. Certainly not the start they were looking for offensively. coming off that loss last week on the road.
And they didn't do their job. They're going to feel poorly about that. But what they're going to do is look at the defense and say, can you pick us up here? And let's face it, defenses can score. We've seen it, right? They can take the ball away, create a big-time opportunity. Let's see if they can get that done.
Yeah, just something to jumpstart this home crowd. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. They'll find Everett there, complete.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 35.
Well, it's just been an aerial attack all the way downfield, and they're putting it to the defense in a big way right now. What do you think, partner? Do you now run the football? Because they're in a pretty good spot already at the outer edges of the field goal.
But, like you always tell me, you're still far enough away from the end zone that a pass could be a good option here, too.
We always talk about running the ball until people take it away from you. I don't see any reason to stop throwing it until they take it away from you as well.
Well, the early returns here on the opening drive, though, solid. Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And again, it's Prescott. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, touchdown. CeeDee Lamb with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And shedding through the tackle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
On first down, it's Tannehill.
Got a man. That's little Jordan Humphrey.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. And that's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. And he will have a Titans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. With that catch, he's now 18 away from 1,000, so he's at 982, and that's how many Randy Moss had, 2018 Hall of Famer.
And similar to the recent Hall of Famer, we argue about which catches were the most memorable, because so many of them were 982 and counting.
On first down, Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. Back to throw. A check down here for Henry. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tannehill on first down. He's got his tight end over the middle. That's Ferkser. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Anthony Ferkser, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now Pollard. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Prescott on first down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Throwing again on second down. Prescott
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 31-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Trucks over it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Prescott yet again. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now first and goal.
Feels like a case of, until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Prescott. That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline now for the PAT. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That time a 6-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watched the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the second quarter. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Pollard. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here. Maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Able to hit his target Lamb. And he coughed it up. It's picked up by the Titans. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Neville Gallimore in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
Prescott off play action.
That is caught by Lamb.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
To Lamb, he pulls it in. What a catch.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
So now Dak Prescott off, Greg Zuerlein on for the field goal.
Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Neville Gallimore on the stop.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. will begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where you see the final score there. Kirk Cousins sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head down to Chicago to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in their ball game as they beat the visiting Washington football team. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll wrap up the weekend with a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the Las Vegas Raiders. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
Elliott.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over instead.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Cowboys take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Play action. It's Tannehill.
Throw left side here, hauled in by the tight end, Ferkser.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 15 on the year.
And the Titans are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
On first down, Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott.
Open man Lamb. It's complete.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 32-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Zuerlein now for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw into the hands of Ferkser here.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. To throw is Tannehill.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Titans first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover?
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Well, this is getting close to a no-win situation now. They've got one final shot. They're on their end of the field, and it's 4th and long. This might require a little extra razzle-dazzle to get it done.
Caught by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Throwing Tannehill.
He'll find Jones again, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Tannehill to throw.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And Jones has it over the middle.
And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop him with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Prescott. His throw caught at about the 5. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year.
And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Dallas, it'll be a 13th win on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
YBN want a thing up.